What's going on, everybody? Stats Lawn Care here. It's Friday. Told you all I'd be back with a new video today, and I am. So today we're gonna be talking about running out of funds, or how not to run out of funds, how I don't run out of funds, how I save, how much money I put aside each month for the off season, for the dead time, where I know I'm not gonna be making as much money, and just how I save it, what I spend my money on, and all that stuff. So basically how I spend my money, how I save it, what I do to save it, and all that stuff. So first off, guys, I want to say I want to start this off. I use yard books. I bill every time that I come to mow. After we leave, I'll charge the credit card, right? And so and actually I didn't start doing that until towards the end of the season. So a lot of the times it was at the end of the month I'd bill, and they would pay by card online. But I have yard books put up right here. I'm looking at it, and so I'm gonna take a screenshot of this page and put it up on the screen. But as you guys can see, if you're just looking at this, the totals, it just goes up and down, but most of the time it's up for the time during the season. If you look from left to right, it's from May 21st until about November 26th was the last time that we had a big payment, and from then we've only had a couple of transactions on yard books, because it's slow season, and so whenever I do have some odd jobs, people will usually pay me by check or with cash at this time of year. And so that's what's been going on here recently. I haven't done work in about a month. Probably haven't done anything. I actually have a yard to mow next week, believe it or not. It's just a customer. She wants me to just come mulch up all her leaves. So I'm going to be taking the right, and excited to use this bad boy right here. Take her out, get her mowing. But yeah, so that's what I do. And so basically, I want to do this, but I don't want to tell you guys how much I made. But okay, so I was comfortable this year, and this is totally hypothetical. Let's just say I made like $10,000 a month, okay? If I made $10,000 a month, I usually will put about 60 to 70% of that into savings. And that is because during the season, guys, I don't really, usually how much I make a month, I only need about 30% of that for my funds that I need that month, unless anything from paying my employees to fixing equipment, gas, all those charges, buying equipment failures. I'll only usually need about 30% for myself to use during that time, you know what I'm saying? So the other times I'll put usually 60, 70% into my savings account for the dead season. And so I'll keep a couple thousand for myself, but then the rest of it I will put into my savings account, and it's my business account, and it's just the account that I use whenever it's the dead season, like this time of year, for payments. I mean, the only payment I have right now is the right, but as you guys know, the only reason I financed it is so I could build my credit, because I didn't have any credit yet. I'm just 19. So yeah, that's how I did. That's what I do, and that's really the only bill I have. Besides, eating out, going on vacation, stuff like that. Like this vacation coming up, the Ninja Meetup, I'm gonna write that off as a business expense, because YouTube, I'm incorporating it into my business, and I'm gonna start paying taxes on it this upcoming year. And so yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. That'll be fun. I'm really excited for the meetup, guys. I know a lot of you guys are who are showing up. But yeah, so that's what I do. I put 70% in savings, because I want to make sure that I'm set for the winter, because obviously you're not making as much money during the winter. And in the winter, you work so hard all summer, you barely get any time to go buy stuff for yourself. So usually what I'll do is around Black Friday is usually when my season's over. And so I'll usually go take a chunk of money and go live a little, go have fun, go buy some stuff. Like this past year, I bought this new GoPro that I'm actually currently using, bought a new TV, and so all that stuff. I'll just, have some use some of it on living a little, but the rest of it I'll keep in the savings account to pay for to have during the winter, because you guys, you never know, like you never know if something's gonna happen to your truck or your equipment during the winter, so you always want to have that ready. But yeah, so I'm looking at yard books, and actually I'm thinking if I go to Stripe, because actually yard books pays through Stripe, or they go through Stripe for payments for billing, and so my customers pay through Stripe. So let me log into here and see if there's if it shows a better understanding of, if it just shows a better chart. Let's see, payments, no, I think it was home. Here you go. Oh no, it's gonna show my gross volume. Oh wait, here you go, here's payments. How do I click on this? Analytics. Hold on guys, I'm trying to figure this out real quick. I don't know guys, I can't get it figured out without it showing how much I made, which I do not want to show. Yeah, I don't know guys, I'm not sure how to do it on here, but you guys saw it from Yard Books. I'll put that picture on screen again. It's just, you know, up and down, you know, because times of the month, beginning of the month, or usually like towards the end of the month, I wouldn't be getting paid because I was billing monthly, so that would go down, and then whenever the new month started, you know, it'd spike right back up because that's when all my customers are paying me. And so yeah, that's the good thing about Yard Books. That's the good thing about online payment, guys. If I were you, I would try to switch everybody to online payments as much as you can, because A, it's easier to keep track of for taxes, and B, it's easier for your customers. But I do still have some customers that pay me cash and check. I mean, I'd say maybe like 25 customers will still pay me with cash and check, but the other, you know, 75, however many it is, will pay online. And that just makes it easy for cash is king, guys. Remember that, cash is king. Always have some sort of cash. Who's here? Oh wow, UPS man flying down the road, guys. Woo! He's always doing that, man. But yeah, guys, you always need to have a backup plan. You always need to have something, man, to have. And you need to have money saved for the off season for sure, because you never know. You gotta have always, guys. Also, I have a separate savings account that is for my personal use, but it's basically a rainy day account, rainy day fund. I watch a lot of Dave Ramsey, and he says that you should have $1,000 in an account, and it's just rainy day fund in case anything happens. And so that's what I have. I started doing that, and so now I have a fund just with $1,000 just for, you never know, guys. You never know when you're gonna need that. And yeah, so that's basically all that I want to talk about for the payment wise, just to make sure that you don't run out of money. Because guys, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, whenever I was a sophomore in high school, yeah, I worked all that summer, you know, I made good money, and I worked for a guy too, and he paid me cash, so I had a buttload of cash just sitting in my room, and I blew through it. The season was over in November, and I was out of money by December. It took me a month to blow through like $10,000. Man, guys, I was so stupid and irresponsible. I bought so much crap I didn't need, and I'm regretting it now. Really regretting it, because that would be a lot more money that I would have. But you know what they say, you gotta live, and lesson learned, right? You learn from your mistakes. That's how it is being a kid. You just learn from your mistakes. Man, I'm so mad about that. Yeah. But also, guys, I was looking. So I do have this Echo. It's a SRM225. I had this weed eater. It's basically brand new, and I used it we got it in, I think I got it in May, I want to say, and I used it from May through August. Yeah, June. So I used it for like 3 months, and then I got the 2620. So this is actually for sale, and I had it at 125, but now it's at 100. I lowered it. So if any of you guys are in central Oklahoma, and if you're around Oklahoma and you're interested in that, let me know. And also, guys, don't forget, selling the Toro. I haven't advertised it anywhere yet because I'm seeing if any of you guys want to buy it. If any of you personally want to meet me and you want to buy it, I don't know if y'all want to. That's why I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait till the season starts to advertise it on like Facebook and all those other apps. But for now, I'm just keeping it on YouTube, seeing if any of you guys want it. Engine has 4 hours, basically brand new. I'm gonna be selling it for about 1,100, 1,200, maybe even 1,000. Not sure, guys. I haven't decided yet, but it's brand new, basically a brand new machine. 2017 model with a 4-hour engine on it. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know. But next, guys, I want to talk to you about how I price my yards, because I've actually had a lot of people ask me that, and I've had a lot of times where I said I'll make a video like tomorrow about it, and I always forget. So I'm gonna, let's see, I'm trying to think if I have, I mean, I can definitely take screenshots from my YouTube videos and tell you guys how much I charge for that yard by the size of it. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and, yeah, I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna stop this real quick and then take screenshots of all the yards I'm gonna talk about, and then I'll talk about it as I roll the pictures. So give me a second. All right, guys, so back out here, back at it. So basically, guys, the average yard around my area is $35. That's what I charge, $35 for a weekly cut, which includes mowing, blowing, trimming, edging. And I'll show you what size yard that would be. So it would be this would be the front yard, okay? About this size, you know, not too big, not too big. And then this would be the backyard. So just that size, just, you know, small little average size houses, you know. And, you know, this size right here, this is the front yard, stuff like that. But then once you get into the bigger stuff, like this one, so you see this front yard is pretty small, right? Okay, you're looking at it, front yard, you're like, okay, that backyard can't be too big. Then you look at it and boom, that backyard, look at that backyard, guys, it's huge. So I charge this lady $55 weekly cut because her gate will not fit the 36. Her gate's like 33 inches wide, and so the 36 won't fit back there. So we have to actually push mow that backyard, and so I charge her extra because we had to push mow it. And so she's okay with it, and so yeah, we do that, and that's how that works. Now let me show you the bigger ones, how we price those. Okay, so just got some more screenshots. So as we get into the bigger properties, so this one right here is a corner lot, right? And so it's a corner lot. It wraps around back behind that tree and the fence, and we charge her $50 because the front yard's decent size, but the backyard's really small. So I'll charge her $50 for a weekly cut. And then once we move up to the bigger ones, like my neighborhood, the ones that I have in my neighborhood. So here's the front yard of this one, okay? You can see it's pretty big. And then once we get to the backyard of it, I mean, the front yard's, you know, you look at it, you're like, okay, that's a regular size front yard. Then you look at the backyard, and this is about half an acre, you know, a third of an acre. And so yeah, for that yard, we charge $75 weekly for this yard right here. And I think it's a fair price, but we usually spend about 30-45 minutes at this yard, and quick and easy, $75. And that's one of the bigger ones. And then once we get into the huge ones, like the 2-acre property we have, so I'm going to show you 2 pictures from this property, and they're both from this property. So here's one of them, okay? You see Carlos on the Toro, and so you see that's the back part of the property. And then once we get closer to the house, we got this one, and it goes all the way back to that tree line and goes all the way around past the house over there. You can kind of tell where it's mowed and where it's not. And so that's a 2-acre property, and we charge her $120 $60 an acre is basically what I'll charge for the bigger properties. And that seems pretty fair to me and to the customer. And so yeah, that's how I charge yards. Average yard is $35, and then from there we'll just move up step by step. I'm trying to think, do I have a $45 yard? I'm sure I do, but I can't think of one off the top of my head right now. So yeah, guys, but okay, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was a video on how not to run out of money, how I don't run out of money, and also how I price my yards. So a lot of you guys have asked that, so now you kind of get a sense of how I price. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys early next week when I will be out mowing that yard with my right, actually. I'm super excited to use this puppy. I'm mainly excited to use the shoe blocker, the grass flat. So it's gonna be really nice to use. But hope you guys enjoy this video. I'll see you guys, it'll probably be Tuesday. So I'll see you guys Tuesday. I might have a video before then, not sure, but 100% video on Tuesday. So peace out, guys. See you then.